Good day, students. For our last topic in our factoring of polynomials, we have the problem solving on factoring polynomials. Our unpacked learning competency here is to solve problems involving factors of polynomials. Our unpacked learning competency here is to solve word problems by factors polynomials. Example number 1, we have the length of a pool is 2 feet more than twice its width. The area of the pool is 60 feet square. Find the length and the width. Now, here's our solution or the representation. First, remember that the area of the rectangle is length times the width. Then, here it is. Let x will be the width. 2x plus 2 is equal to the length. Then, x quantity of 2x plus 2 is equal to 60. That will be our equation. The next step, this will be the representation or the illustration of the given. So, 2x plus 2 is our length. Then x will be our width. Now, let's try to solve what will be the length and the width. Here's the solution. So, first, using the distributive property, distribute x to the quantity of 2x plus 2. X multiplied by 2, then x multiplied by 2x. So here it is. 2x squared plus 2x is equal to 60. Then the next step is to transpose 60 to the left side. It will become negative. So we will have the equation 2x squared plus 2x minus 60 is equal to 0. Then the next step, we will have the binomial using the trial and error. We have 2x plus 12, then x minus 5 is equal to 0. Then 2x plus 12 is equal to 0. Then 2x is equal to negative 12. Then divide both sides by 2. We will have 2x divided by 2 is equal to negative 12 divided by 2. Then we will have x is equal to negative 6. Then, next we will have the second binomial, which is x minus 5 is equal to 0. Then x is equal to 5. Then we will use the positive side. Then the value of the measure of the width will be 5. Then the measure of the length will be 12. Now, we will proceed to example number 2. In example number 2, we have the product of two consecutive integers is 195. Find the value of each integer. Now, here's our solution. Let n will be the first integer. Then n plus 2 will be the second integer. Then we will have the equation n multiplied by the quantity of n plus 2 is equal to 195. Then the next step will be the distributive property. Distribute n. N times n, we have the n squared. N times 2, we have 2n is equal to 195. Then transpose 195 to the left side, it will become negative. So we will have the equation n squared plus 2n minus 195 is equal to 0. Then, using the trial and error, factor out, we will get the binomials n minus 15 and n plus 13 is equal to 0. So, the two integer or the n, we will be n is equal to 15 and n minus negative 13. Then, the first integer will be 15, then the second integer will be 17. That's it. Okay, next. The third example is the length of a rectangle is 8 more than the width. Its area is 240 square meter. Write an equation for its area, letting W be the width, then solve the equation for W and also find the length. Now, here's our solution. Let W will be the width, then W plus 8 will be the length. Just remember that length times width will be the area of the rectangle. Then, we will have the equation W multiplied by W plus 8 is equal to 240. So, W multiplied by W, we have W squared. W multiplied by 8, we have 8W, then is equal to 240. Then the next step is transpose 240 to the left side, it will become negative. So we will have the equation W squared plus 8W minus 240 is equal to 0. Then we will have the binomials to factor out using the trial and error. We will have W minus 12 and W plus 20. So here's our one. W minus 12 is equals to 0 and W plus 20 is equals to 0. Then we will have the answer. W is equal to 12 and W is equal to negative 20. Just remember that we will only use the positive answer. So we will have W is equals to 12. So the width is equal to 12, then the length will be is equal to 20. Why 20? 12 plus 8 is equal to 20. Now we have our fourth example, which is the length of a rectangle is 15 meter, less than twice the width. Then find the values of the length and width if the area is 50 meters square. Now, here's our solution. Remember that the area of the rectangle is length times the width. So we will have the equation 50 is equal to 2x minus 15 multiplied by x. Using the distributive property, distribute x to 2x minus 15. So we will have 2x multiplied by x will be 2x squared. Then negative 15 will multiply by x, we have negative 15x. Here it is. Then transpose 50 to the right side. So it will become negative. So we will have the equation 2x squared minus 15x minus 50. So for finding the factor of the given equation 2x squared minus 15x minus 50 is equal to 0, using the trial and error, we will have the equation 2x plus 5, then x minus 10. Then the next step is extract the value to 0, then 2x plus 5 is equals to 0, then 2x is equal to negative 5. Divide both sides by divide both sides by 2. So we will have 2x all over 2 is equal to negative 5 divided by 2. Then we will have x is equal to negative 5 all over 2. Then for x minus 10 is equals to 0, transpose negative 10 to the right side, it will become positive. So x is equals to 10. So the length will be 10, then the width will be 5. Next, for our last example, we have the problem. A garden has a total area of 32 feet square. Its length is 4 feet longer than its width. Find the measure of the length and the width. Then here our last solution. The area of the rectangle is length times width. Let x will be the width, then x plus 4 will be the length. So here's our solution or equation. X multiplied by x plus 4 is equals to 32. Using the distributive property, distribute x to the quantity of x plus 4. Then x multiplied by x, we have x squared. Then x multiplied by 4, we have 4x. So x squared plus 4x is equal to 32. Then the next step is transpose 32 to the left side. Then it will become negative. So x squared plus 4x minus 32 is equal to 0. Then try to find out the binomial factor of the given equation using the trial and error. So we will have x minus 4, x plus 8. Then extract them to 0. X minus 4 is equals to 0. Then x plus 8 is equal to 0. Then our answer is x is equal to 4 and x is equal to negative 8. Then the value of the width will be 4. Then the value of the length will be 8. So that's it. Thank you for listening. Bye.